All right, y'all, we're going to learn from a degreed nutritional scientist, whatever that is, about the fear-mongering that goes into pregnant women.
Women all over the globe get pressured by gynecologists to get pregnant before the age of 35 because their biological clock is running out.
So I don't know any gynecologist that pressures women into getting pregnant, especially before the age of 35, but let's hear him out.
Research confirms that women who properly nourish their bodies don't decline in fertility and don't have more pregnancy complications.
So he, again, typical for these type of folks, they quote research, but they don't provide any of the research. And of course it makes sense that if you properly nourish your body, although he doesn't say what that means, that you're going to have a healthier pregnancy, that you're probably going to have higher fertility rates. But again, talks about research, provides absolutely none.
Until perimenopause at approximately 45.
Again, this is a guy who's using perimenopause as a diagnosis, even though it's not a diagnosis, and there is nothing to say the average age is 35. Perimenopause is a word that just means around menopause, which can be 35 to 55 for most women. But again, let's hear him out.
So why do experts fearmonger women into getting pregnant before 35 when healthy women have healthy pregnancies until at least 45?
So again, no fear-mongering, no pressure. We're not making you get pregnant before the age of 35, but there's a reason why doctors tell women that there's a biological reason to have a baby before 35, and I'll talk about that in a second. But again, let's just hear the nonsense.
Unfortunately, exposing the agenda behind fearmongering women with the biological clock into a pregnancy before 35 caused a massive agenda against my work and the desperate try to criminalize me.
Okay, so the narcissism comes out. It's against his work, which he doesn't mention. It's just his work. And let me tell you something. The reason that we tell women to have babies before 35 isn't because the woman is going to have a problem. It's never been about the mother. It's been about the fact that we know that babies that are born to women over the age of 35 tend to have more genetic anomalies. The rates of Down syndrome and other processes go way up after the age of 35 compared to before the age of 35. That's science. That's not fear-mongering. That's just us giving you the data. We also know that women that have babies over the age of 40 actually live longer. That's been shown by science, but that's not fear-mongering anybody. That's just giving you the data. Has nothing to do with the health of the mom and more about the health of the baby. So he's totally has no idea what he's even talking about here.
Which is why I can't address it in detail here.
Somebody's trying to criminalize him. They are after him, and that's why you should listen to him, because he must be doing something right if they are trying to catch him, but he doesn't really say who they are or what he's been criminalized for, which only to me raises a red flag. But
so please subscribe to the newsletter on our website to stay connected. But I can tell you that if you treat your body right, there is no significant difference in having a baby at 20 or 40. Let me know your thoughts below.
Technically, he's right for the mother, but he's completely misinformed when it comes to the baby. The risk of having a baby with Down syndrome when you're in your 20s is about 1 in 10,000. The risks of having a baby with Down syndrome when you're 45 is about 1 in 80. So what we're saying as doctors is that the risks to your baby and the genetic anomalies are much higher if you are over the age of 35. It's not about the mom that we're talking, it's about the baby, which he has absolutely no idea about it. But he can't tell you really what's going on because he's being criminalized, but he wants you to sign up for his newsletter so he can say whatever he wants. Class dismissed.